Hey everyone, how's it going? Puntastic77 here, coming to you with some Team Fortress 2. Hope you're doing well. I am playing as the soldier on Badwater, my favorite map in the whole game. And I'm just having a medic here. Give me a Chris for some good old classic Puntastic77 gameplay here. And I thought it would be a great gameplay to talk about the topic that I wanted to talk about today. Because I felt like I really pissed off a lot of people on the other team. A lot of people, maybe new players, kind of got discouraged by this, You want to go in, you're learning a new class, they say, hey, try the soldier, hey, try the heavy. These are kind of easier classes, these are the beginning tutorials for them. You go in and you just die and die and die. And now I think of myself when I first started playing TF2 three years ago, maybe 4 years ago, and first class I tried was the engineer because I'm like, oh, that looks cool. You put teleporters, sentry guns, whatever. And I didn't even know how to pull up the PDA to like build things. So I started getting so frustrated, and I'm trying to ask people for help. And everyone's like, come on, you freaking free to play gibbous loser nerd. You don't know, you just stop playing the game. And fast forward to today, we basically scream at all new players. Now I'm pretty receptive to new players, so if someone's like, oh, how do you do this, how do you do that, what's the button for this, or what do you press for that, I will most of the time answer in a very polite way. But I can see in other games that the communities are not so friendly. So for example, if you have seen on my channel, I've been doing a World of Warcraft playthrough here, just for fun, doing some questing, trying some characters out, or at least the paladin character that I've been using. Now, my history with WoW, if you don't watch that series, which I recommend, you should definitely go check it out. It's really fun, very casual, and if you've never played WoW before, it's basically just going through the same thing, because I never played WoW before, except when I played it for like a few weeks in high school in like the like 2008, 2009-ish. But the game has changed so much since then. Anyways, so I'm at the point in that game where you have to do something called dungeons, where you go into a certain area and you do certain quests and you get certain items for doing them, or you have the possibility of doing it. Now, there's a certain way that these dungeons are done. People have assigned roles, people have assigned things that they needed to do. There's kind of some etiquette and rules when it comes to the items, who gets them, and what you're supposed to do just throughout the whole dungeon. Now, I don't know a lot of this etiquette, and it's kind of just unspoken rules that you pick up, or should have picked up, throughout the game's history. Now, my history with the game is very new. I've never done a dungeon before. So I went in to go do one earlier this week when I was recording for my World of Warcraft video. And, I went in and I was doing some stuff wrong, and just vicious, just the most vitriolic, just terrible things. What are you doing? You're noob, you don't know what you're doing. Dude, I'm level 15, and the first level that you can start doing these dungeons are at level 15. Now this kind of agitated me a bit, because I was asking questions that were pretty basic. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. So they gave me some roles and things that I should be doing. I couldn't really do them because something was wrong with my character, and it kept aggroing other characters to attack me, and they just couldn't help me for some reason. Now maybe these people are new themselves and they just have the basics down for dungeons. So what the hell does this have to do with Team Fortress 2? What the hell does this have to do with me being new at Team Fortress 2? It's more so a warning, or like some advice to more veteran players when it comes to dealing with newer players. If you're on a pub, and someone's asking for help, give them some advice here. That's what I definitely do, is, I use the voice communication, or I'll type something out, like, hey, you shouldn't use that, or you should probably be doing this. Even if they don't want it, I mean, maybe the hint somebody will appreciate it, even if they're not listening, the person you're intending them to hear it. So that's the topic I want to talk about today, is the new player syndrome and veteran players leadership. Now, I did a coaching series on the channel, or at least a coaching video called Coach Pun, and basically, if you don't know, Team Fortress 2 has a coaching mode where you can help somebody by watching over them, telling them what to do, doing voice chat and stuff. And I do this from time to time. hoping to make a video out of it, but most of the time it doesn't work out. Some of the times it works out, and you can see that in the Coach Pun video that I made a few weeks ago or a few months ago. I definitely recommend, if you have not done this coaching thing, try it at least once. If you're new, maybe try it out yourself. There are genuinely some people who want to help you and who want to teach people and get better at the game, because I do believe at the end of the day that the Team Fortress 2 community is not all bad. I mean, yeah, it's all based around hats and cosmetics and, you know, just, you know, basic douchebaggery, I guess, but there's still some really good people on here, and I've met some amazing people on here, and just, you know, a lot of my YouTubers, that's their main game that they play is Team Fortress 2, and a lot of my inspiration have been from people who play Team Fortress 2. So it's not an all bad community. I mean, it's not as bad, I hear, as like the League of Legends one or the Call of Duty community, which I used to be part of the Call of Duty community, sort of. I mean, I played it, and I did pubs as well on there on the Xbox 360 for a while. And yeah, there's some toxicity on that, and I was probably a little bit to blame on that. I was very toxic on Call of Duty. Still very toxic on TF2. I'm a huge trash talker. I think it makes the game more competitive. I really don't like when people are just throwing sandwiches around to the other team. Like, it's so fun. It's, you know, let's be competitive. Let's have fun. The game's winding to a close here, and just another example of no matter what you do, how great you do, you can never win sometimes, and that was it. I mean, I feel like I carried this team from certain annihilation many, many times, and every time I just persevered and persevered, and I was not able to get the win. The spy gets the cap here. Let me know what you think. Thank you all for watching so much. Appreciate it.